All right. How we doing, guys? It's the Need to Know Crosstalk show. My name's Zeke Dorset. I'm again with Harry Matadeen, and it's another edition.
Part 10,000, I think. Part 10,000.
It's another addition to the dry fasting talks. With this edition today, which is slightly contradicting, dry fasting with the addition of water, which is naturally within the air. I guess through grounding as well. But how that plays a game with the dry fasting as a whole, and what are the benefits, what are the possible cons. And I'm just going to be extracting as much information out of Harry out of this one, because this one's a little bit sort of got me banging on the.
Me too, though.
On the wall.
Me too. I'm
my head on the wall.
I'm thinking through too, so we're still learning.
Yeah, there's got to be something, hopefully, that we can deliver here and share with others on the, it'll be difficult. Let's start it off. It'll be difficult to do a dry fast. Possibly not, but I'm assuming it'll be quite difficult to do a dry fast on choice in a really, 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 really dry, arid place, where water is pretty bad. Like, as in, I think so. Very much not present.
You mean like a desert, for example?
A desert would be pretty devastating.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd like to think that I'd have to walk,
Yeah.
So, thinking from that concept, how important is it for you to be? Are there particular conditions that you would recommend? You can't control the weather, but are there recommended conditions that you would prefer to be doing to be in if you was to do a dry fast?
Well, I don't want to speak like I'm an expert. I'm just thinking through as well what you just said. So let's roll with my ideas on it and my opinions. You kind of hit on something interesting there. But to me, you said that the desert is hot and humid, so there's moisture in the atmosphere. This is scientifically proven. And I believe when we dry fast, the body gets very hungry. This is very noticeable. When you do a long dry fast, 16 hours plus, your body wants water through the skin. So if you don't take it through the mouth with a dry fast, water or food, it's going to go through the skin. So the way it does it, it pulls it from the atmosphere. Now, there's lack of moisture in the desert. It's going to be a problem. Now, we've just been to the beach.
Deal.
Now, there's plenty of moisture around the sea and the beach, right? Is there not?
Absolutely.
So those are the kind of ideal conditions that you're looking for. Atmosphere where there's high special water from the sea created. You've got pure air as well, obviously other benefits. But anywhere where there's a high moisture environment, you're going to find a dry fast to be a lot easier. Could be why today I've had a really good experience. As one of many reasons why today I found it really easy to dry fast. Didn't feel hungry at all. So yes, the skin is always absorbing water from the dry fast because your skin is mighty intelligent. It will do what it can. So it will pull moisture from the atmosphere. And it's better to do it in an environment where there's high moisture. And weird. We're doing this talk now. We just went to the beach today. So
I'm just going to add a little bit on top of that. And this is coming from a website called drywaterfasting.blogspot.com. And I'm just going to extract a few bits here. And it says when dry fasting, the body survives on endogenous or metabolic water produced internally as a result of metabolizing fat tissue. Unlike any exogenous water, this metabolic water is excellent quality. It's produced by the hard work of our very own cells. It will erase any negative information imprints which the body had before the fast, allowing cells to experience a rebirth. Taking in any available water from the air and supplying it to healthy cells. Besides water, the body during a dry fast absorbs atmospheric carbon dioxide and nitrogen to manufacture its own amino acids. Very interesting. Do you want to add to that?
We did. Yeah, definitely. The endogenous water. For me, this might be controversial. Just my opinion. Don't take anything I say as gospel, please. It's well known in the dry fasting community. People saying that the water produced from dry fasting was maybe not as much as 4 liters a day or copious amounts. Rest assured, in my opinion, that it's the most highest quality water possible. Because we've said this before. It's pulling oxygen from the air, hydrogen from your saturated fat muscles, which is why you lose bad fat. The saturated fat, and it really is high quality water. The reason why we feel this is because we feel amazing. Your skin, we talked about this before, skin seems to turn out amazing from dry fasting because that water, that might not be much, but that endogenous water is being produced and going into the cells where it's needed, and there's not enough of it to kill off, to feed the bad cells, only the good cells. So you're getting, to me, with limited supply of water, you're getting high quality water plus limited supply of water, but without overfeed of water. Because we all know what overfeed of water looks like. People with plumpy skin. There is such a thing called water weight and all this. I was going to say something else, but you got on it. So
right. Just to add on a little bit more, it says because there is no water to flush out the endogenous toxins, these are eliminated by a unique mechanism dormant during less rigorous modes of fasting. Each cell will become the furnace that burns up its own waste. So it sounds like, to me, even though we are doing a dry fast, let's not get it twisted. Actually, the conditions in the environment around you, if you was in an arid position where you're trying to do a dry fast, I'm not saying it's not a good place to be, but
it's harder.
It's going to be harder. It's going to be slightly more strenuous on the body, and actually being in an environment where there is there's an adequate amount of water within the air, it's going to be more beneficial for you.
Definitely
sounds like.
Having said that, I'll caveat with my own opinion on that. Don't take what I say as gospel again. If it's harder because there's less water in the atmosphere, like you do in the desert or somewhere, well, guess what? That means you're going to go to detox. Be careful because it might be dangerous, but also recognize that pushes you into detox even quicker. So that might also be a benefit as well as something to worry about. So bear that in mind as well. The less water available to you, even from the air, that means the quicker the dry fast goes. That's the rule that Aaron Everett talked about. The less water you drink or even take through the skin from moisture, the quicker the fast goes. So we always got to think balance. Like, you can go crazy with these things.
Okay, well, and again, there's a little bit of history in here. It seems to go back quite far through Gospels, Bibles. I'm seeing here dry fasting was practiced by Moses for 40 days, Ezra, the nation of Israel, the Apostle Paul, and Jesus Christ. Chinese history has examples of men living from the pure energy of qi.
Did it say dry fasting? What type of fasting does it say on that?
Dry fasting.
Dry fasting. Jesus did 40 days dry fasting?
Well, it's Moses.
Oh, Moses. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Wow.
Chinese history has examples of men living from the pure energy of qi and not from the energy of food or water. So, interesting. Very, very interesting stuff there. So dry fasting and water. Let's put it. I was going to say, let's take the extreme side of things and let's go beyond their way that you're going on about. And
sure.
We are extracting our primary currencies around us. So in this case, you're putting yourself in a position where you're not getting too much. We're trying to specify water here, but you're not getting too much sunlight grounding. The air's pretty poor. You're staying indoors, for example. Is that something, because you're saying it will speed up the process? Yeah. So if you're hacking yourself in that way, are you saying that that's a good thing?
I think that, yes, in a way of looking at it, I'd see for myself personally the challenge of the desert being a good thing because it's outside of nature. Now, indoors might be a little different because we've got impure air. The beach is different because you've got nice air. The desert's got good air, even though it's less moisture air. So it will be detox. We're pushing to detox quicker, but it's quality air in the sun. You get high sun power in the desert. So you always got to think like this. Less water in the air. So dry fasting detox will go up, be wary, but also loads of sun. And actually the sun feeds us and we've made this observation before that my dry fast seems to run quicker and easier when I've got lots of sun, which is the opposite of water, isn't it? The sun's warming. So think of the ironies that we're going here. I'm not saying anything that I'm saying is full set. I'm just giving you ideas that under conditions of a desert, when there's a full beaming sun, the sun does give us energy, actually. It does give us nutrition. Science has proven. It feeds the mitochondria. And actually, to me, it makes my dry fast easier when it's sunny and warmer. And when it's sunny and warmer, that also means, doesn't it? I'm just thinking through literally as I'm speaking. When it's sunny and warm, that also means less moisture in the air. I don't know. So maybe the sun can overcome this power of lack of moisture that's going through. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's complete any angle. I wouldn't be wrong.
I'd be really intrigued to know how, specifically how, a lack of or more of these primary elements would produce certain triggers in the fasting, in the body, in the particular organs or whatnot. So if you did have a high level of sun and say grounding specifically, what are there pinpointed areas? Or if you had really high quality air but not so much heat, how would that play on the body? So I'm really quite intrigued because I feel like we could hijack the process.
This will come. If you follow us, if you come follow us for a little while, we'll get to we'll nail this kind of intuitive knowledge. I had one thing that's a little bit relevant to the water thing. So today, I haven't actually told you this, so you're going to hear this first. Well, today, the last time I went for what time is it now in the UK? It's
10 to 9.
Okay, it's 10 to 9. The last time I went for a pee was this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, and I'm about 36 hours into dry fast. So there's something going on there. And I drank a little bit of water too on this dry fast. So it's not even a hard dry fast. I drank some distilled water. So what I'm saying is that you're actually doing, might be a bit of tradition, we're doing urine therapy when we do dry fasting. We all are. I've just done it. I haven't peed for like 10, 12 hours. I thought I needed to pee earlier and I just kept it in. And now I need even less of a pee. So I know from that, like I needed a pee, now I need less.
Body knows that.
It's reabsorbing.
Yeah.
You are dry fasting, but you're also doing water intake, which is important. Guess what? Nothing's more important than your own water. So we're getting endogenous water that the body produces from dry fasting. We're also doing our own urine. And we're taking that in when we dry fast. This is obvious to me. When you pee less, it's because there's not enough water to go around, so the body reuses its own water.
That's incredible, and that's why this topic is, I didn't think we would be able to extract a lot of it, but actually we're delving in deep there, and the looping sounds really important. And again, there should be really, it doesn't have to be loads, a certain amount of water within the air so your body can reabsorb accordingly. But, I'm going to touch on a little bit more. We've touched base on the endogenous structured water, but it says here, dry fasting, on the other hand, is producing endogenous, perfectly structured water from its own fat reserves. Only properly structured water can nourish, cleanse, and heal our body. Badly structured water can actually cause more harm than good. Because our body spends lots of energy on purifying and structuring the water we drink, we can give our body even deeper rest and peace by stopping not only eating, but also drinking water.
Agreed. Let me touch base for a little bit. You said that I forgot to say last time. So there's information coming out kind of recently that not only, I think you said that it cleanses the old negative memories, I think you said in that, of the water in our cells, like damage from disease, get cleansed and wiped out to a neutral plate. Well, there's something called, I don't know if you heard of this, deuterium. Have you heard of deuterium?
No.
So deuterium is a heavy metal. It does the same thing as hydrogen, but it steals it. Where's hydrogen and oxygen? Deuterium is a heavy metal that takes the place of hydrogen. It's not good to have too much deuterium in the body. This is kind of relatively new science. It's going to come up in the next couple of years, so stay tuned on it. The point is, unhealthy people have too much deuterium in their body. And it's being said, and I want more confirmation of this to know this 100%, but just keep it in your mind, that deuterium, it steals it ruins the mitochondria. It's a big problem, and you're unhealthy, you got more of it. And apparently the number one way to remove deuterium from the body is to dry fast, because deuterium is found in dirty water, and the pure water that wipes the negative slate clean is the dry fast. It gets rid of the deuterium, from what I'm hearing. I like this bias more quickly than anything. And I really do like that angle of deuterium. People need to look into that more. Please do look into it. So.
Okay, we're talking about the water as well, so and the heat of things, working with our primary currencies again. I read this out from the beginning. It says there are no chemically pure water, it's not said properly, in the body. It is always filled with minerals, vitamins, glucose, amino acids, and other nutrients. Perfectly structured water containing all the important nutrients creates a perfect environment and healthy body. Problem is that many times people consume very bad structured water. Example, when water is heated above 75 degrees Celsius, it loses its natural structure and becomes very poorly absorbable for the body. And many people drink even worse water filled with heavy toxins and carrying very heavy information of anger or fear. So just going to the temperature of the 75 degrees, it's heated more than that. I'm trying to see how that relates.
I don't know how that works.
Body.
I don't know. I've never heard this information before, so I'm learning with you. Yeah, it might be true. It might well be true.
So I mean, what I'm trying to say is, could the heat hinder your dry fast possibly if it's too hot?
Okay, well,
I mean,
some information I've learned about sunlight is it actually structures. It goes against what you're saying there. Is that actually sunlight structures the water?
Don't get me wrong. I think I'm having a moment with the 75 degrees. You know what I mean? I think that's quite high.
But if you go with the bias that the sun is very powerful, it makes sense that the sun can easily do what Jared Pollock talks about, the fourth state of water, that structured special water. Kind of makes sense that sunlight on the skin that gets into the bloodstream, our special blood, urine, whatever, it gets in there, it structures the water actually. So I'm of the opinion, don't know, sunlight and heat from the sun anyway, don't know about artificial, but sunlight to me would make your water, I'm just thinking this through now, but it would make your water more powerful. The endogenously produced and the urine and everything. So that could be why. Another reason why sunlight seems to really go well with dry fasting, which is, lack of moisture, we agree, but maybe it makes the water inside the body, the little water, like really special. I don't know. Just going with that one.
Well, I do structured water myself. If I'm not using my own water, is actually staying indoors, but I do structured water, and I make sure it's forever in the sunlight and the moonlight, so it's always constantly out there. So I get along with it quite well. But that's quite interesting to take into hand. And that being said, as well, I use distilled water when I reheat water and reheat it. So I have herbal teas and stuff like that as well. So it's quite interesting too. I know that I've been thinking about I should be using pots really. Getting used to not so much boiling the water, but getting it to a nice heat. Getting a thermometer in it and getting it to a decent heat, because you don't need to boil it, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the first time hearing, because I thought boiling, to be honest with you, was something that was good for the water. That's, what they do with when in the swamp, they've got no other choice, they kind of boil the water, don't they?
That's where it will contradict. It'll be no point having distiller. Because if you boil the water, are you saying like extracting the metals and stuff like that?
No, I mean like in a survival situation, that's what they do, isn't it? With the swamp water, they've got no choice. They could boil it. It's still, I'm not saying it's good for you. I thought that's what they did. They boiled it. So I don't know.
Maybe.
We're still learning here, guys. Very much in learning.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. It would split the oils and stuff from it. Is that what you're saying?
I think it was for the bacteria or something. Hopefully, right. But I don't know if it does.
I'm not completely convinced. It definitely wouldn't make it pure.
No, I don't think it would. No, I don't think it would.
It'll go against the grain of what a distiller does, which is really primarily what you're after. Okay, well, no. So, just to conclude then, unless there's anything else you want to add to this,
no, you can do.
Quite short.
Yeah, we'll do.
So, dry fasting with the addition of water within the air. Just to conclude, you need an adequate amount, depending on, but not enough, but not so much, because you will be looping as well.
Yeah, you use your own urine.
So that's something that's very, very interesting, especially for individuals who don't actually do UT. But that's another story. And you're also saying that, just to clarify that, actually, not having, you can pretty much hijack your way out of not having water or so much water, or should we say clean water to the body, and that'll actually be a beneficial thing for you as well as in increasing the detox process.
Yeah, because you're getting for cheap and for free, the most highest quality. You don't have to pay for an expensive canning machine. Not dissing canning too much there. Too much, but I mean, or even distilled water machines, which are great, by the way. But you're getting free water and the highest quality free water, and it's a beautiful process, and it will clean up your skin, it will clean up your organs, it will give you lots of energy, increase we talked about this BDNF levels, your brain will be on top, like my brain is pretty sharp right now because of dry fasting, more than normal, so it's the best version of yourself. It's just the best quality water you'll ever have. And think about this, if you are predominantly made out of water, we're doing 3 or 4 days dry fasting, which I've done before, many people have done before, we should technically be dead. So the reason why we're not dead is because obviously the body is producing its own water. Does that make any sense, guys? It is. That's how we can do it and thrive. If it wasn't producing its own water at some point, I wouldn't be 2, 3 days and 4, 5 days, 6, 7 days, 8, 9 days, we'd be dead. So I'm still here.
That being said, I think we've covered that, which is really cool. So we'll get back. We'll be back very soon. Don't you worry about that. Cover the last two elements.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening. This is Zeke Dorset, Harry Matadeen with me again. This is the Need to Know Crosstalk show. We'll be with you shortly. Wholeness.